Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you're enjoying the Super Bowl from your small group's house, wherever you guys are meeting. Just that you're enjoying that time together with one another, just in a more intimate space, and just to enjoy each other's company. I've got a couple announcements for you guys real quick. First one is Middle School Nerf War. That is happening this Monday night. That's February the 8th, from 6 to 7:30. Come out. It's always a blast to do it, as we just basically utilize the whole bottom half of the church and just go crazy shooting people with Nerf guns. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You can't. You get to shoot people with Nerf guns. Always a lot of fun. Also, a high school retreat is happening March 6th. Super easy to go ahead and sign up for that online. If you just go to riveroakchurch.org and you scroll to events, and you just go to events, you'll see a little picture of it. Just click on that. It'll take you to the link where you can sign up. Don't miss out on that. Always love our retreats and just time we get to spend outside of Sunday night or whenever it is with each other. That we just get to spend extra time with each other. And so, yeah, don't miss it on that. It's always a blast. I love doing it with you guys. And last thing is we still have a little bit of shirts left. There's still a little bit left. And what we said is once they're gone, they're gone. No reprinting. So grab yours now. And like we said before, that the proceeds from that, whatever we make from that, goes back into this worship center. I was in the new worship center the other day, and the whole LED screen was up. It looks amazing, and so we want to turn this place to make it better. We want to make this place better for you guys. We want a whole gaming center, new basketball hoops, new stage design. We want to make this place as great as we can for you guys. So yeah, go ahead, buy a shirt now. But real quick, before you get back to your small groups, before you start halftime ends, I just want to encourage you guys of something that's been on my mind, something that I've just been thinking about as I read over it the other day. And it goes along with what we've been talking about. It goes along with how we've been talking about just where we find our rest and just refocusing on God. And so this is in Matthew chapter 14, and a little background on what's happening is that Jesus' cousin, John the Baptist, has just been killed. All right, so Jesus' own relative on earth has just been beheaded, murdered. And so obviously Jesus is a little upset. But then immediately Jesus goes and feeds 5,000, or really 15,000, but they only counted the men. I don't know why they did that. But so over 15,000 people. And so after this is when the story kicks in of Jesus saying, hey, to the disciples, hey, go cross the Sea of Galilee. Hey, go to the other side, and I'll meet up with you guys there. But this isn't some small little pond. Like, this is a big sea. And Jesus is like, hey, I'm just going to basically walk around the outside, and I'll meet you at the other end. I just want some time to go pray for myself. And so it says, in verse 22, it says, immediately he made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowds. And after he dismissed the crowds, he went up to on the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone, but the boat by this time was long way from the land, beaten by waves, for the wind was against them. And in the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. And so, real quick, the fourth watch, that is about 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So this is early morning. The disciples have been battling the waves and the wind of this storm in the sea for about 9 hours. About 9 hours just battling, trying to get to the other side. And then here comes Jesus walking on the waters out to them. And you got to think, like, they don't know what's happening. Like, is this a ghost? Like, whatever. What is this? And so, but when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, it is a ghost. And they cried out in fear, but immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid. And that's what I love. And Peter answered him, Lord, if it is you, command me to come out to you on the water. Jesus said, come. So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink, and he cried out, Lord, save me. Jesus immediately reached out his hand, took hold of him, saying, O you of little faith, why did you doubt? And when they got in the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshiped him, saying, truly you are the Son of God. And just so I love this story where we see Peter just say, hey, Lord, call me out. Tell me, command me to walk out on this water, even though it's in the midst of the storm. Call me out, command me to come to you. And all Jesus says is come. And then Peter is walking on water, like, got to be so cool, so amazing. But even during that miracle, that Peter still gets distracted. That the wind and the storm was scaring him, and so he began to take his focus off of God and began to sink. And so he cried out, Lord, save me. And without saying a word first, Jesus reached down his hand, grabbed Peter from sinking in the water. And so this is just a perfect example of our faith, how Jesus calls us out of the boat. Jesus calls us out of our comfort zone, our security, and says, hey, come follow me. That our faith walk with Jesus is not going to be something that's easy and just a walk in the park. That he calls us out of the boat, he calls us to come to him, to draw closer to him. But he knew exactly that Peter was going to walk out on the water, but then get distracted. But what Jesus does, without saying a word first, he grabs Peter out of the water and says, yo, why did you doubt me? Like, have faith in me, have trust in me. And so as we walk through our faith in this world, as we try to walk closer and closer to Jesus and be as most like him as we can be, that Jesus knows, hey, you're going to get distracted sometimes. You're going to take your focus off of me, but don't worry, I'm right there beside you. I'm right there to pick you up from drowning in that water. I'm right there to save you. You just got to call on me. And so I love that image of God or Jesus just saying, hey, I'm right beside you, walking this with you. That you're not going through life alone, but that I'm here with you right now. So as we continue to go through our walk with Jesus, we continue to walk out our faith in this daily life. That yes, it's not going to be the most comfy, but yes, we have Jesus right there saying, I'm going to save you. That I'm here right beside you to pick you up out of that water. And so just to remember, hey, stay focused on God, but just that image of the love that God gives us right in that moment of, hey, I'm here to save you. Hey, I'm right here. Don't worry. Don't doubt me. I got you. So I just want you guys to think about that. Talk about it with your small group real quick before the second half begins. But yeah, I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys next week.